In the far country, what you'll really see is how the Chinese America, who was sort of pushed to the edges, and specifically the Chinese in San Francisco at the turn of the century, how they were pushed to the edges and systematically excluded, but then how they sort of cradled themselves and created a community for themselves. A family mostly of people related or bound by paper. Paper Sons, the story of the Paper Sons came about, which is how the Chinese community in America sort of overcame the exclusionary tactics of the United States of preventing them from coming in. So they established fake familial relationships in order to bring more Chinese into the United States. And in some ways that created a chosen family, and it created the Chinatown. It made it flourish. I think it's a forgotten or not talked about aspect of American history that is important to take up today because it resonates with what's currently happening in the country, in our southern borders, and with immigrants basically, that our relationship to othering people and immigrants goes back hundreds and hundreds of years and continues to this day. So for me, approaching the far country is about looking for that historical context. What conditions affected the lives of this people to make them come here? And what were the conditions in the United States that sort of led to the racist attitudes of most people towards the Chinese? Because I think there's a lesson there. I think when we approach the work, it's about celebrating the work of a playwright, Lloyd Suh. I think Lloyd is one of our amazing Asian American playwrights that have chosen to dive deep into Asian American histories in the great tradition of Philip Kankatanda and David Henry Wang, and just being together in a room. We do not always get to work together on plays like this. Oftentimes we don't get to play ourselves, right? And so in these kinds of opportunities, there's a joy to approaching the work because there's so much of us personally in the material.